of life at 10:30. But now one, Hunter has an admirer in Shortland Street.
You close this down and people will die. Your call. My name's TK Samuels, one of the doctors in ED here.
Anyone not here to see a doctor, move them on.
Well, was he okay?
Nicole, crash cart, please. That man in there could still die, thanks to your grandstanding.
It's my fault. I called the meeting.
You didn't know that many people were going to turn up?
I think it took us all by surprise.
Oh, some more than others. I sent out an email to patients.
You what?
Do I need to ask where you found these email addresses?
Patient files.
It wasn't just Tracy, I helped.
Does anyone else want to confess?
Oh, Roy Mutter didn't do anything.
Except keep her mouth shut, presumably. Did you know what these two were up to?
Yes, I did.
And you didn't see any harm in breaking patient confidentiality?
That's beside the point, mate. I'm the one who started this whole thing, so if anyone's going to take the fall, it's me.
No way.
That's not fair.
I'd have to agree with that. So, I will see all four of you in my office at 5 p.m. If I'm not there, please wait. I'll be checking on Mr. Austin. And let's all hope he makes a speedy recovery. For all your sakes.
I'm still as far away as ever from getting my hands on my trust fund. Oh, and I owe Chris for a very expensive ornament.
I'm sure he'll understand. You've just had your heart broken. So, Bella's got a few brain cells after all. Who knew?
Anyway, at least now we can start spending a bit more time together.
You think?
What are you doing tonight?
Sitting down for a meeting with the Kendall committee.
Of course. Today's the day you hit them with your research.
It will be my research. Mine and nobody else's.
Of course.
I mean it. I can't present Lars's stuff as my own.
Remind me why you slept with him again?
All it would take is someone to find out and report me to the medical council. Never mind my reputation. I could lose my licence to practice.
So what flash restaurant are you taking me to?
Any ideas? She's hard to please.
New French place is getting good reviews.
Oh, I wouldn't mention the French if I were you.
Why?
All those months Brooke spent on her asthma research, this close, and team in Paris gets there first.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Them's the breaks.
I'd be happy with Italian.
If that's code for pizza, no.
Smug kids.
They're allowed to be happy.
Not that. They were making fun of you. Poor Brooke. Don't mention the French, except he couldn't wait to.
It wasn't like that.
Do you think they've ever taken you seriously? Brooke Freeman doing asthma research? It's like Britney Spears finding a cure for cancer. Wouldn't it be great to walk in here tomorrow and tell them how excited the Kendall committee are about your research? That'd shut them up.
Look, if you want to look at gross photos of weird diseases, this book here, chapter 3, fantastic.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
I have to study. If I don't know this stuff by the time I get to my pharmacology tute, Professor Pittman will destroy me.
He can't destroy you if you're not there.
What are you saying?
Don't go. Even med students are allowed to get sick. Go on. Like, I'll make it worth your while.
Okay, I give up. I'm going to the library instead.
Will you take my word for it? Mr. Austin's doing well.
Thank goodness for that.
Well, when he's better, someone should ask him how he feels about the reduced hours. What if he'd had his arrest in the middle of the night? Good point.
Yeah, we can twist it any way we like to make ourselves feel better, but Callum's right. We'll let that meeting get out of hand. Hey, you don't have to get mixed up in this. I can talk to Callum, set him straight.
Don't you dare. I'm as guilty as anyone.
No, you're not, and you shouldn't lose your job over this.
You can't fire me. I'm not even on staff.
Yeah, but he can kick you out of Shortland Street. It amounts to the same thing.
So I'll be a martyr. Hey, why not? It's a good cause.
There's no point standing by your man if you don't get to see him anymore.
I think I'll still get to see him.
Sack the lot of them. I would.
You know it's not that simple.
And you can't go easy on Daniel just because he's Sophie's boyfriend.
I won't.
He should never have been allowed back on staff after the Helga incident. He's only here because he crept in through the back door when his mother was acting CEO.
Very true.
Strictly speaking, Tracy is a second-time offender. Helga, again. The sprinkler fault that caused the short circuit. Sabotage, plain and simple.
Why am I only hearing about this now?
It was the humans versus the machines. In the end, I sided with the staff. I know, not like me. But if I hadn't done it, we wouldn't have got the insurance payout.
Well, there you go. If it doesn't appear on Tracy's record...
You could still guilt her into resigning.
No, TK's the one most likely to fall on his sword.
He wouldn't have the chance if I'd been in charge. He'd be down the road by now.
Oh, have a heart. Do you know how long he's worked here?
I don't care. It's there in his contract. Gross misconduct.
Then there's Roy Marta.
Easy. It's too easy. She's a bureau nurse. Bye-bye.
If I'm going to make an example of anyone...
She'd be a soft target, yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Toughen up.
Excuse me?
It's about perception. 2 weeks ago, you were a patient in a wheelchair.
What of it?
Now listen to me. Then you're back at work and you're all set to roll over and give the orderlies a 2% pay increase. So I had to step in. But you're still a big softie and you get Bob Harris a job. Keep doing this, and it won't be just ED trying it on, it'll be everyone else as well.
So interesting.
Laz's research.
Aha.
Dialysate.
Come again?
Asthmatics have muscle cells in the lungs that are sensitive to calcium, either too much or too little. Laz's big idea is a compound called dialysate. It mimics a compound found in the body. We get it from food. The difference being it not only regulates calcium channels into the lungs, but it stabilises cells and reduces sensitivity. He's years away from proving anything, but he's been tracking the effects of dialysate in fish and eggs, mushrooms...
Stop. I haven't had lunch.
Long term, he's talking about extracting dialysate from starfish and injecting it into human epithelial cells. But it would have to go through animal trials first. It could cost millions, hundreds of millions.
And you thought it up all by yourself?
Even though none of my research supports it, yeah, they're really going to buy that.
You stumbled across it. Happens all the time with you mad scientists.
Well, I have been doing a lot of work on diet. I wouldn't be short on stats.
All you need to do is make them mean what you want them to mean.
In 4 hours.
This is the Brooke I've been missing. It's good to have you back.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh, speak up. I can't hear it when you mumble.
I said I don't know, sir.
Well, that was patently obvious before you opened your mouth.
I can't talk. I've got to get this online before it's old news.
I don't think anyone's going to beat you to it. I checked the Northerner website. Nothing.
Were there even any other reporters at the meeting? I didn't see any.
That'll be right. So I think it's up to you to get the message out. Got a headline yet?
I can't talk.
Brave staff battle bureaucracy.
I'm trying to keep it balanced.
I know.
What?
You're really into this, eh?
Yes, I am.
That's good to see. Really good.
Thanks.
I don't know how you can work with all this babble, though.
Coffee helps.
You must be looking forward to the day. A bit anxious. Glowing, absolutely glowing. I wish I'd hurry up and clear the table.
Clinical pharmacology focuses on the therapeutic application of drugs and their effects on people. Moving across to biochemical pharmacology, which is the study of the effects of biochemical reactions in living systems and the effect of these systems on the chemicals. Mackay, one correct answer does not give you license to lark about for the rest of the tutorial.
No, sir.
What was so important you couldn't wait to share it with Mr. Beetham here?
Oh, nothing.
You're hot. You're hot what, I'm tempted to ask? Meet me later. Behind the bike sheds, I presume. Back to pharmacology. More specifically, molecular pharmacology. That's the study of pharmacology on a molecular basis.
Here's trouble. You look like you want something.
I don't know whether to bother you with this or not. It's a staffing issue.
Hiring or firing?
Hiring.
Well, if you stay within your budget, it's probably up to you.
Roy Matanati.
Unless, of course, it's a bureau nurse that I'm this close to blacklisting.
No.
You heard about the ED meeting?
I heard it was busy.
Thanks to a bulk email that should never have been sent.
By Roy Mata?
No, but she was very quick to align herself with the real culprits, including Tracy Morrison, by the way. Someone else who might not be here for much longer.
Oh, thanks for telling me.
I was about to tell you.
After you just finished telling me I get to do the hiring.
By and large, yes.
And now you're telling me I might be losing 2 of my best nurses.
That's a matter of opinion.
Well, good luck firing Tracy. You'll never get Scotty to agree.
And might not get that far.
Oh, I get it. If you can make a scapegoat out of Roy Mata instead.
Well, who would you prefer?
Neither. I mean, Tracy might be a bit bolshy, but I'd rather have that than some kid who doesn't know what she's doing. And Roy Mata's sharp. She should have been snapped up weeks ago.
Okay. Well, thanks for the input.
Well, here's some more. Those 2 aren't just good, they're popular. Think about it.
See what I mean? It doesn't matter what I do.
So make it up.
I would if I thought the Kendall committee were a bunch of idiots. They're not.
They're not asthma specialists.
Their newest member is. After Hammett's visit, they thought they'd better get clued up. Whoever it is going to know straight away that I'm a total fraud.
Try again.
There's no point.
Try again without a big fat typo in your sorting string.
Oh, come on, come on. 147 cross matches.
What were you worried about?
This is unbelievable. Lars has done all the brain work, but it's my research that backs him up.
Lars who? I don't want to hear his name again.
Tracy, you look worried. And after speaking to Rachel, I realise I have more reason to fire you than I first thought. TK, you're not going to like this, but under the circumstances, I have no option. I am bringing the ED downgrade forward. I have put notices in all the local newspapers, so it is done. Tonight will be the last night of the 24-hour service, for the foreseeable future anyway.
What does that mean?
Well, once the neuro unit is up and running and bringing in money, we fully intend to take ED back to round the clock. By then, the ED staff will have settled down and realised that we are all on the same side here.
If you have any staff left.
You're planning on leaving us, are you, TK?
Well, it's up to you, isn't it?
I'm not going to sack you, TK. Or you, Tracy. You should be grateful that little incident last year isn't on your record. And I'm very happy to go on pretending that it never happened. But you both will receive written warnings.
Thank you.
Roy Mata. We like commitment from our bureau nurses, but not to the extent of meddling in hospital politics. Lesson learned, I hope.
Yes.
Good. You 3 can go.
What about Daniel?
Yes, stay.
You really want an audience for this?
Oh, come on, mate, what did he do? He had a few buttons on a keyboard.
Yeah, because I asked him to.
And if he hadn't already been fired once for tampering with hospital property, I'd be more inclined to be lenient with him. You must have known there wouldn't be another warning.
Yes.
Clear your locker, son.
Well, who wants to leave here with the warm glow of his favourite professor's approval? Better than any opioids and harder to get. This is where we find out who's been listening. Mackay?
Yes, sir.
Opioids have been in medical use for chronic non-cancer pain since when? Quickly!
Since the 1980s.
Yes?
5th millennium BC. Egyptian and Sumerian cultures.
Correct.
I thought we were talking about modern medicine.
If I was talking about modern medicine, I'd have said so. Yes?
And actually, it wasn't until the 1990s that sustained-release opioids started to be developed. Before then, no one prescribed them for non-cancer treatments. Although if they did, it was always controversial.
Very good. Thank you, Miss...
Gillian Finkelberger.
Well, thank you, Miss Finkelberger. That concludes this hour of pain.
Readmission figures. Sorry they're late.
Brooke, I know what it's like to work on a project for months and then watch it all fall to pieces. You have to remind yourself it hasn't been a wasted effort. Just getting the grant was a big step.
Thanks.
And I'm sure there'll be more doors opening for you now than there were before.
I hope so.
And you got there without Isaac's help, remember that?
Actually, Isaac's been really supportive.
I'm sure he made all the right noises, whatever necessary to get back on side after Bella, but why he wanted her in the first place?
Oh, we know it wasn't for her money.
My theory is it was a shortcut to his own. And if so, you made a lucky escape the first time.
He's a strange boy.
Greedy is what he is. He wants it all and he wants it now, but he's not prepared to put in the work. He still hasn't learned. There are no shortcuts.
I'm still half expecting a security guard to come tap me on the shoulder and escort me from the building.
Hey, at least you've got a contract. What am I still doing here?
You should have kept your mouth shut. And so should Daniel.
Oh, poor kid.
Well, it's not his career we're talking about. He can still find a job somewhere else.
I hope so.
Doesn't make me feel any less guilty.
Ugh, you didn't know what we were up to.
Yeah, but I started the whole thing, and look where that got us. All they managed to do was speed things up.
From the look on their faces and the angle of their shoulders, I'd say the Empire is safe for now.
If I was running this place, they'd all be out the door.
If you were running this place, this protest never would have happened.
I need to talk to you.
Sure. All right, let me have it.
Okay. It's yours.
What is?
I'm trying to offer you a job.
Here?
Well, it's the only nursing department I'm in charge of.
Okay, have you got any idea how much trouble I'm in right now?
Well, Callum didn't blacklist you, did he?
No.
Then my offer still stands.
Gillian Finkelberger.
I know. I was starting to get hungry.
Old Pittman loved you.
Yeah, well, what's not to love? I'll take him an apple next time.
No, you are never going back there ever again.
Oh, why? Will your boyfriend get jealous?
Hardy ha ha.
Babe, check it out. 9 comments in 2 hours. Most of them are from people that I don't even know.
Yeah, people who don't realise the whole thing's just a massive snow job to make your dad look good.
It is not.
Well, stop kidding yourself. This is such crap.
Did Dad tell you the good news? The flat's ready to move back into?
No, he didn't tell me that. He was probably too busy firing me.
What? Because of the meeting?
Me and Brody are moving back in tomorrow, just to let you know.
He's on a roll, that's for sure. First he fires me, now he makes to sting me for rent.
You know that you're welcome here for as long as you like.
No, I think I'll pack my stuff.
Daniel.
Don't you have a blog to get back to?
Relax, it's the fridge I want, not you. Oh, for goodness sake, is this what it's going to be like? Off you go. Run to Mummy.
Poor girl. She'll probably be scarred for life. And you're smiling.
I thought you would have been off by now. I sent you a good luck text, not that luck will have much to do with it. Where are we celebrating?
I haven't even fronted up to the meeting, and you're ready to open the champagne.
You know me.
Yeah, man in a hurry. Anyway, I really don't think there's going to be anything to celebrate.
What are you talking about?
I'm sending Lars's notes back to the hospital he worked at. Anonymously, of course, with the Disciplinary research highlighted. Someone might get to save the world from asthma, but it won't be me. So sorry, no reflected glory coming your way.
Why the sudden attack of principles?
Simple, really. I have to live with myself.
This from the woman who planted drugs in Luke Derville's nasal spray.
What can I say? Back then I was in with a bad crowd. But now there is no way I am stealing Lars's research. I'll be presenting only my own. I can already see the looks of dismay on the faces of the Kendall people, but at least I'll feel a bit better about myself.
Hey! Don't know how he does it. Fish and chips, he smells them every time.
Yeah, well, you're in a good mood.
Yeah, well, no point dwelling. What's with the bag?
Look, it's just for one night. Can I stay?
Yeah, of course, but what about Sophie's bed?
Yeah, I ain't staying there. Not with him in the house.
You're taking it out on Sophie.
Yeah, she doesn't care. Blood's thicker than water and all that.
Dig in, there's heaps.
Cheer up, buddy.
Well, you're all right. You've still got a job.
Yeah, it could have gone either way.
Oh, as if. Callum only dragged you and Tracy in there to make a bit of noise and get you guys scared. It was always us little people who were going to get the chopper.
Except I didn't.
Well, Do you really think you're going to go back to Shortland Street after today, when there's hundreds of other bureau nurses they could pick instead?
Vasa offered me a full-time job starting next week.
I think you know Shane Tucker.
Hello, Brooke.
I wasn't expecting to see you here.
I'm the new appointee. I barely had time to read over your research, but I think I've got the gist of it. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems to cover exactly the same ground as the French project we've all been hearing about.
Their findings could certainly be used to support mine, and vice versa.
Which is a polite way of saying somebody's research is redundant. So, what have we got to offer the world that the French haven't already beaten us to?
Well, if you'll give me a moment. I'll run through my nebulizer stats. They might not be earth-shattering, but it is 3 months of work that I am rather proud of.
Is there any point?
I'm sorry?
If it's a straightforward repeat of research that's already been released. I'm surprised you didn't know how far ahead of you the French were. You could have saved Kendall some embarrassment, not to mention $25,000.
Can I talk?
Please.
You're right. The overlap is huge. But there is one connection that the French didn't make. Dilasin. This could be a total breakthrough in the treatment of asthma, and we are the only ones talking about it. Shall I go on?
The Waterboys are back with a new album, and John Kelly is chatting to Mike Scott on the works on Friday night at 8:30. Next year on RT1, Karina Buckley has a weather forecast.